every muscle to tense. Chapter 4. Cavendish basked in sunshine as June blazed in and pushed the spring showers into history. The blossoming trees and summer buds had burst into life, and Ernest Appleton, the Harringtons' gardener, was working his magic on the landscape. Those tiny seeds he'd propagated in the winter months had been folded into the soil and were now shouting a big hello to the world. If it weren't for the builder's imminent arrival, James would have happily remained exactly where he was. The English garden was in full bloom, and Appleton had planted a wonderful selection of delphiniums, foxgloves, geraniums, and roses. Their scents mixed with the smell of freshly mown grass. The borders had flowered into a riot of colour, and although the brochure showing their holiday destination was inviting, at this precise moment he could have easily stayed exactly where he was. He and Beth were on the terrace that ran the length of their house. Bees hovered above lavender that grew along the wall. Goldfinches, blackbirds, and blue tits fluttered close by, wary of any sudden movement. The gentle birdsong floated on the breeze. On the wrought iron table in front of them was a jug of Pimm's, with a combination of fresh summer fruits, lemon slices, and sprigs of mint floating on the surface of the liquid. James rolled his sleeves up, placed a straw hat on his head, and studied the map of southwest England. "Cornwall is certainly one of the most scenic counties in England," he said as he sipped his drink. The ice cubes clinked on the side of his glass. He picked out a sodden strawberry and popped it in his mouth. Beth dragged her chair closer to examine the area. "Whereabouts is Polpennarth?" He leant in. His index finger traced the southern coastline of West Cornwall and finally came to a halt. "Here." "Goodness, that's about as far west as you can go." "Yes, it's pretty near Land's End. Full of quaint little coves and inlets, and this, according to the brochure, is one of the best. It has a harbour, a pub, a couple of restaurants, a fish market, and a few shops. It's quite a vibrant community. It's a typical Cornish retreat. You can probably walk around it in an hour, but says there are some lovely rambles along the cliff tops. There's also a festival on while we're there." "Oh, that'll be perfect. I do hope Stephen and Anne will be happy with our news." The Reverend Stephen Merriweather and his wife Anne had moved to Cavendish just a couple of years previously, and the four of them had hit it off straight away, forging a friendship they knew would last forever. The doorbell chimed. Beth sprang up. "That'll be them." 5 minutes later, the young couple had joined them on the terrace, where Anne was quick to compliment Beth on her outfit. Beth smoothed down her floral sleeveless frock. "Thank you. You know, I made it years ago, but it's one of those dresses I simply can't throw out." "And why should you?" said Anne, feeling the fabric. "The cotton is crisp, and it's so summery, perfect for this weather." Stephen, also sporting a straw hat, peered at the map. "You're thinking of Cornwall too?" James gave the Merriweathers a knowing look and winked at Beth. Anne narrowed her eyes. "What are you planning?" "Well, old thing, we rather hoped you wouldn't mind if we joined you in Cornwall. I know it's your anniversary and all, but—"
"Oh, James, how wonderful!" said Anne. She turned to Stephen. "Isn't that wonderful?" "That is marvellous news. But what about Harrington's? This is your busy time, isn't it?" James topped their glasses up and explained that their twins, Harry and Oliver, who were on their summer break from Oxford, would be taking the reins.
"They're staying here to make sure the builders behave. Harry did a pretty good job of being lord of the manor over Christmas, and I believe it's time for him to fly solo. Paul and the regulars are there so they can put them right if they slip up. And we're only away for a week."
James had called a staff meeting at Harrington's to tell them of their plans to take a holiday. Paul, their experienced